Hello guys, here doing the Pickem video. Just wanna kinda establish this channel as a not Valorant only channel here, so let's do a CS Pickem for that, okay? I'm gonna talk about every single team here quickly, and I'm gonna make my Pickem, and we're gonna do that for every stage of this major, okay? So let's go. First of all, FaZe Clan, and they always struggle at majors, they always do. Swiss stages are not their strength, so I don't believe in them going 3-0, but they will be the first team I will pick actually, and they will be going 3-1 or 3-2. Now, a lot will depend on how Jacob finally manages to get fit into this team. I hope they give him some better roles, because he's been playing some very horrible positions since he joined. I think it will also rely a bit on Carrigan and Brocky performing. So let's see, there's a bunch of stars that need to line up for them really. Now, Gamer Legion, they're another team that I'm putting through for sure. I just think they have a solid roster. I think PR is a great talent. I think Hypex, if he manages to step up as well, can be a massive asset to them. And I think their other riflers are very underrated. Rez and Tauson are both very smart players who can definitely do some good individual stuff. And I believe they will just manage to make it through no problem. ZTR also is a solid IGL. And Ash as a coach here is a big strength as well. I believe in them just making it through compared to those other teams. Although stage 2 might be a bit of a tough challenge for them. Now, NIP, I actually believe NIP can go 3-0. Although I do think there are some teams that they could struggle against, like I think if they run into a Parivision or a Legacy, they can definitely have some issues. But when I did the prediction for this major, I got Parivision and Legacy matching up against each other and NIP never facing any of them. So we'll see if that's the case. I think they could easily lose a game or two and go through 3-1, 3-2. So this is a bit of a risky one, but I'm going with an IP 3-0. Now B8, I will hold off on B8 because I do think they're a bit of a major choking team. So I'm gonna leave them off the grid for now and maybe come back to them. Parivision though, I'm definitely putting them in 3-1, 3-2. I'm thinking about putting them 3-0, but I don't think I will. Although we'll see, maybe I'll switch them around, maybe I'll put them there instead of NIP later, because I do think that if it comes to a NIP Parivision matchup, that Parivision would win that. I'm just, I'm worried NIP is gonna get easy matchups and make it through. But we'll see. Now Fnatic, some turmoil before the major, replacing Cypher, not everybody is a fan of that. I might have them advancing though, we'll see. Again, I'm gonna leave them off for now and come back to them later. Legacy, I think they've been very impressive. I'm definitely picking Legacy for my 3-0. And that is like the only 3-0 that I'm not even questioning here. I think Legacy is probably the strongest team in this stage. FaZe maybe could be if they actually played up to their potential, but yeah, no, right now I think Legacy are the favorites of stage 1 for me. And if they lose a game, I'm gonna be really disappointed. Imperial, now they might be a team that I have eliminated, not 0-3, but I might just have them eliminated. I don't think they'll be advancing, I think they're like a 1 or 2 wins team. They had some weird roster changes as well in the last few months, so yeah, I'm gonna just leave them off. Now Energy, I considered putting them through, but then I learned that Nitro is not going, and at this point I was thinking about putting them 0-3. But I'm saying they're gonna win a game. I'm saying they're gonna surprise people, because now that Nitro is gone, everybody's gonna be putting them as the 0-3 pick. But I think that this is what's always happening, right? They're gonna surprise people, they're gonna win a game against Hans or Red Canids. They're gonna win something. Now, as for Amati, this is another team that I'm putting through. I think Amati have been solid recently. I think they've been solid, and I think they can definitely impress at this tournament. Fluxo is actually one of the teams that I heavily consider for a 0-3. I'm gonna put them here for now, we'll see if they stay here. Now Red Canids, I've seen a lot of people putting them in the 0-3 bracket because of their poor results recently probably, but I think they just had a bit of a slump before the major, but I believe they can recover from it, and I think at the major they're actually going to be a pretty big threat. I don't know, I just kinda have some kind of faith in Red Canids. Lin Vision, and I think Lin Vision is another team that's gonna make it through here. I just think they're a very solid Chinese team, and if any Chinese team is to make it through here, I think it's them. Now the Hans, they would probably be my second 0-3 pick. I think that the Hans being here is very surprising actually, that they're at the major. They haven't really done anything recently. They played like one big event in their entire history, I'm pretty sure. At least I think I've only seen them at like one Pro League or something, so I don't really have much faith in them. FlyQuest. Now FlyQuest is the final team I would consider for advancing spots, but again, I'm not sure about it. It's between FlyQuest, Fnatic, B8 right now. These are the 3 teams I'm considering. Red Atom I would consider for 0-3 maybe. I've seen a lot of people putting them there. I'm gonna go with the Hans and Fluxo instead. I don't have faith in Fluxo. I think the Hans are also not proven enough. I'm gonna put them both 0-3. we'll see how that works out. And yeah, that last spot here, I think it's going to go to FlyQuest. I don't really believe in Fnatic that much. They have a new player added shortly before the major, and even though I really like some of their players individually, I think as a team they just haven't worked in a long time. I don't believe they're gonna magically work here. B8 is definitely a solid pick. I think they could do something at this event, but at the same time, again, they have a reputation, right? Except for like, I think last major they did well, but overall they usually choke the RMR and just don't make it through. And this first stage is kind of like an RMR, so I'm gonna say V8 don't make it through. And finally, NRG I think could be a good pick if they had Nitro. But they don't have Nitro, and without Nitro I don't think NRG is that good of a pick anymore. Now the last thing to consider is Parivision and NIP, because I do think that there is a universe where Pari beat NIP, but there is a universe where they never meet and NIP make it through 3-0. You know what? Screw it. I'm gonna go Parivision 3-0, NIP 3-1, 3-2. These are my Pickems. I'm saving them here. And yeah, so road to the diamond coin begins, hopefully. And I'm gonna come back with more picks and a summary of these ones after stage 1 concludes. So share your thoughts in the comments below, and I hope you hear me in another video. Bye.